get you some updates from Niger. It has been about 2 weeks since the West-backed President Mohamed Bazoum was thrown out. Military leaders are controlling the country, and since then, Niger has been slapped with some of the most stringent sanctions. Let's decode this for you. Well, immediately after the coup leaders announced the takeover, ECOWAS, which is a group of West African countries, suspended all commercial transactions. Ivory Coast followed suit and stopped all imports and export of goods. Border and airspace closures have cut off supplies of basic goods like medicine and food, hampering the UN humanitarian efforts. As a retaliatory move, Nigeria cut all its electricity supply. This was a major hit to Niger, which hardly produced any electricity domestically. And then came the barrage of financial sanctions. Nigeria has ordered new sanctions through its central bank. This is aimed at squeezing funding for those involved in the takeover. ECOWAS has shut down its regional bank and cut all assistance with development banks. European Union, France, Canada and World Bank have all shut their lines of financing. The sanctions don't end with that. Military financing is a big part of Niger's economy because it is a country deeply embroiled in fighting groups like the ISIS and the Al-Qaeda. International military education and training have been halted. Netherlands and United States have suspended security and humanitarian aid programs. Now, these different types of sanctions are hitting Niger really hard. According to the 2023 budget projections, the country had expected to have a budget of $5.53 billion for this fiscal year, and 40% of this budget was expected to come from external partners, which looks extremely dicey at this point in time. So the strong arming by ECOWAS and the West is working, but Niger has an ace up one's sleeves, and that is this: a yellow cake known as uranium. It is an ore vital for nuclear industry, and Niger is the world's 7th biggest producer of uranium. And interestingly, it is the 2nd largest exporter to France after Kazakhstan. So what really happens to the trade now? The coup leaders have already halted its trade with some Western countries, including France, something Paris says won't affect the country. Experts, however, feel otherwise. There is a big question looming over the ECOWAS summit that is slated for Thursday: whether the bloc will sanction Niger's uranium. If it does, there is a lot more complication to come Niger's way. But more importantly, even Europe's way. Because the decision might make Europe look at world's biggest exporter of uranium, and it is no other than Russia, a country that has waged a war in Europe and is already in West's bad books.